Can y'all hear us?
We did all that talking.
And no sound.
No sound.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, family, for letting us know.
Yes, and now we're supposed to be on and make sure it's on. Yes, it is on. Well, anyway, this is Eric, your country boy.
Elaine, your city girl.
Do that all over again.
All over again.
Yes.
But welcome tonight, y'all. We're excited. It's another Thursday. It's another relationship series, right? What kind of relationship, Eric?
A heal thy relationship.
Yes, heal thy, which is healthy, right? Because we take the first four letters of the word healthy, and you have heal.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all see how we did that? So we got to heal our relationships. Now, tonight we're talking about
comparison.
Comparison.
Do you, please, do you want a fulfilling life? Do you? If you know, in your relationship, you and your partner, we're going to talk about in regards to singles and relationship goals and everything and stuff like that. It's great to have relationship goals. However, another person's life, because they have a different fingerprint than you do,
Right.
It's different.
Yeah.
And so you can't expect to have exactly what they have
Absolutely.
and do exactly what they do. Now, those basic principles,
Those can't be overlooked.
those can't be overlooked. Everybody, there's something that's universal that everybody needs to do. However, when we get to comparing where people are in their in their jobs, they're comparing themselves to what kind of house they have, what kind of car they drive, all of these
Who's
different
having
things.
their first child?
Yes.
Who's having their fourth child? Or if you're like us, who's having their sixth child, right? Or maybe seventh. But no, okay. Anyways, but I think comparison is actually. You okay? You coming back?
I'm back.
You back?
I'm back.
That seventh child thing
Yeah,
kind of got you.
I think he was trying to.
I had to get his attention, y'all. Anyways, but I think comparison is a threat to relationships, to healthy relationships.
Yes.
Because again, if we're looking at, just like what you said, if we're always looking at someone else, we are not really able to focus on where we are.
That's right.
And what it is that we actually have.
Right. So before we get into it, let's get
Because we're going in already.
Yeah, we're
We're
going in
excited.
already. We ain't even in a good 5 minutes. We haven't given no shout outs. We haven't given anybody
Yes.
some time to get in and everything. We want to give everybody some time to get in. The awesome Molazan family is in
Yes.
the on the live. We have all the way from Brazil, my sister from another mister.
Wow.
Yes. And we have the Lane family.
Yes, awesome lanes.
Hey, and my brother from another mother, Leandro Braga, all the way from Brazil.
Yes.
So your viewers on Instagram. Your viewers on Instagram.
All right, so
Instagram.
and we got our people on Instagram. So y'all, we are live on Instagram,
Yes, hey Instagram.
Facebook, and YouTube. Hey, YouTube family.
Yes.
All right, we got Caesar.
And it was that
Cesar.
Cesar. Hey.
Yes, and we got Abby.
Abby.
Hadn't seen them kids in a while,
I
Abby.
know.
Hadn't
Hey,
seen them kids in a while,
Abby.
Abby.
Kiss them for us.
Yes. Got cousin on there.
Cousin.
Cambra.
That's one of our best supporters. Hey, cuz. Yes. So
Kinfolk
listen,
in the house.
as we get started, right? We're getting ready to go in because y'all know we try to make this, nice and succinct. But what we want you to do is to grab your cup of tea, hot or cold. Go get your favorite beverage. Get you some water. This is always good and healthy, but get something to just kind of chill with us for the next 45, 50 minutes or so.
45, 50 minutes.
Yeah.
We also got, so Marcella say, hey, I will be known.
All
Marcella
right,
say,
yes.
hi,
Hey, Marcella.
from Brazil.
Yes.
Yes. We will not forget you, Marcella, okay?
No, we will not.
Yes, Marcella has some words to say. She was jealous. We were on a call with another class, and she didn't get to be
And
a part of the class. So that's okay.
You're here.
You're here now.
You're here now. And we
And I know
feel
it's
you.
late over there.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
But I love the topic that we're going in tonight. So listen, take the time if you can, take a quick moment, do a couple of tags, do a couple of shares, do that thing that, you do so well that some of us may be a little bit challenged in, but do it and share it with a friend. Tell them to come on because we are going to help some relationships on tonight because we're talking about
Yes.
comparison.
Because we got some questions to ask of you first. We want to know, what is your definition? And don't be going back and reading the description because I put the definition in the description.
Did you cheat? Did you help them cheat?
Yes, I did.
You did, didn't you?
My goodness.
See, I'm a homeschool educator. I wouldn't have given
See,
y'all the answer.
yes, she sure wouldn't. She
pretty
sure wouldn't. What happened? Well.
Okay.
Okay. What's up with that?
So, of course, the questions that Eric is going to put in the chat. Well, no, we can just go ahead and share.
Yeah, we're going to ask the
questions.
questions. Just ask the
Live.
questions. I think so. Let me go back to that. So, yeah, one of them was what was your definition of comparison?
Comparison, yes. How do you define
How do you define
comparison?
Comparison.
We want to hear from you. This is, of course, our dialogue. Y'all know how we like it, right? Interactive. But share with us what you think comparison is. And because we can talk about so much of what is happening, right? We've got social mania, is what I like to call it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not social media, but we've got a lot of social mania, right? That's all the time. Everything is pulling on us. We've got from videos to of course, all of the sites, the call-ins, we can't even say emails anymore because nobody's really using emails, in that way, unless you're doing business. But for the most part, there are so many things that are pulling on our relationships. And it's where I feel like we are overly, we're overly, stimulated
Obsessed.
and
Overstimulated.
obsessed
That's right. That's right.
with all of the social media, attachments and everything. This thing right here is powerful, right? And so we know that, of course, this is something that I remember someone saying that, how we're getting our children's cell phones and all that, right? And you putting that in the hand, this is the whole world in our hand. And so if we think about it, all the things that are pulling on us and tugging on us, we have a lot of distractions going on. And all of the things that are in our reels, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those reels that come up on our pages,
On Instagram.
Mm-hmm. And we see those things. Are we affected by them?
Are they framing our worldview? Are they framing how we think of ourselves?
Yes.
Do we have our, are you solid in your identity not to be caught up in what we see in those snapshots in other people's lives? I love this song. We couldn't play it because of copyrights and whatnot.
Yeah.
But it's Jonathan McReynolds.
Yeah.
Comparison kills. I want to quote something real quick before we even ask the questions.
Okay.
Well, I think, let's see. Okay, we got a question out there already. Okay. Think someone's situation is better than yours? That's right.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes.
So, real quick, I'm gonna quote. Jonathan McReynolds. I'm sitting here. But anyway, he said, you spend all night admiring pictures. They make life look perfect as they should. But you don't know the picture's story and how long it took to make it good.
Wow.
Say, it makes you consider shoes you don't like. But when that shoe doesn't fit, wear what you will, despite how they feel. Comparison kills. Just so we can be one of the and it's a great thing, but one of the most damaging things human needs is the need for acceptance.
Yeah. Yeah.
And a lot of times we go into that, but that's not this particular thing. This is talking about comparison. How we will do things So, just because we think it, again, like he said, the
Yeah.
songwriter said, it looks good,
Yeah.
right? All right, so I'm like, no problem, no problem. We're not gonna dock your pay, K-Spirit. Let me see. Vol said, normally we compare appearances in a relationship and forget the values that really matters. Sounds about right to me.
Absolutely.
Sounds
Absolutely.
about right to me.
And it's almost like comparison is it's become an epidemic,
Yep.
and it's like a plague, right? It's like something that, presents itself as harmless, but it really is harmful to us when we do look at someone else's as it has been defined, right, by our people that's already chiming in. We have something.
Yes, Eduardo added, I think the social media makes us do that because the neighbor's yard is always more green than ours. It put us in a place that always looking for the perfect love. Perfection doesn't exist.
Right.
You better say
Hands
that,
down,
Eduardo.
hands
Yes.
down. But even when you look at the grass being greener on the other side, that person is fertilizing their yard. That person
That's
is
the
working their yard.
difference.
And that's
Yes.
one of the things that I put in there. Why does it often seem that the grass is greener on the other side of the fence?
Yeah.
Yeah, that person is taking the time to invest in theirs. That's why I said comparison. Do you?
Do you? And I think it's powerful because this is needed, right? We have to encourage ourselves because, truth be told, if you have found yourself comparing your relationship, comparing your parenting, comparing your children, comparing your job, whatever it is, comparing yourself. If you found yourself comparing yourself to someone else, I want you to put an 11 in the chat. Just put an 11 in. That's 1-1. Put an 11 in, right? Let us know if you get this, because I know I have done it. Many times I have, in this social mania, as I call it, I have found myself, looking at pregnant women. Okay. And Eric has left the building, right? I have.
What?
Okay, I enjoyed being pregnant. I did. I enjoyed being pregnant all the times that I was pregnant. So I have always wanted to look at, as I looked at others that were pregnant and having children, I'm like, we didn't have those type of clothes when I was having babies. We wore boxes, like boxes with shoulder pads, or sheets is what I call it. But they have the beautiful birthing pools now that you can have your baby, right? We got some 11s in the chat. Yes.
That's right.
Y'all feel me? So I'm confessing, I'm being transparent on here, y'all. Listen, this is me. I've done it. I wanted my belly to be, draw on my belly, right? And put the little heart on my stomach. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? So I have done it. I've done it.
That's right. I
Have you done
have
that?
to. Yes, I have. Yes, I have. And now, watch this contrast. I've looked at other people's motorcycles.
See,
And been like,
y'all see this?
oh, I like that. Oh, I like that too.
Yeah. So motorcycles, having babies.
Motherhood.
Yeah.
Motorcycles and motherhood. Hey, it
There
all
we go.
goes together. Right?
I agree.
No.
I agree.
We've had that. I like something that K-Spirit just said. Comparing is like a drug. It can be. You know.
Yeah.
So social media, and we're not blaming social media because here we are. We're using social media.
Right.
or
Right.
whatnot. But just the fact that some things we're being self-aware,
Yeah.
so that we make sure, as far as influence is concerned, that we're still being fully us.
Yes.
We can still be fully us.
We've got some more
Yes.
comments in Instagram. Come on through Instagram.
They on here.
Yes.
Someone says a perfect yard isn't even healthy. It kills off the different native species.
Ooh.
The perfect things we see are usually something fake on top of the real.
Ooh, I'm
Come
in
on.
trouble.
Look, we finna give
We're
give
not
them.
gonna talk about it.
We're gonna invite you
I felt that
over
in my-
personally for
I
next
know.
time.
Yeah, but you know,
You feel
I
that?
feel yard shame.
You feel you?
That was Kiambre.
Kiamber, I feel yard shame.
Come on, Kiambra. Yes. But that is true.
My
That's
Christine York.
that is so perfectly talking about and disclosing, I think, how we really do that, just that. Like we are always glorifying someone else's stuff
Right.
instead of, doing exactly what they're doing. Because are those people who have the nice yards, are they better than us? They're not better. They're just doing something that we can also go to the store and do, right? We have the same thing, so we could just do
but
that.
to
It's a trap.
maximize and just making sure that it's what we are about. In the good book,
Yeah.
it talks about not coveting your neighbors, this, that, and the other,
Yeah.
and so on and
Yeah.
so forth. And those are pieces to living a healthy life, and especially as it relates to relationship, having a healthy marriage.
Yeah.
So I chose the pictures that I chose on this live on purpose, because I wanted to address a couple of things, and we'll address those things here in a minute. Regarding, there are a lot of single people who are sleeping on short dudes or dudes with a little extra around
Right.
the waist and whatnot,
Yeah.
and same as men are, missing out on people and these women who may not be the Western design for ideal
Yeah.
look of a woman,
Yeah.
or whatnot. To the fact that you're missing out on a good thing. I'm just trying to put it on out there.
Absolutely.
I want to put it on out there because we compare. How are they going to? That's one of the reasons why they call women arm candy or whatnot, because
Oh, yeah.
it makes, as a man, it make you feel, a certain way or whatever.
What-
And I think
what's all
women,
of that?
feel-
What's
well,
all-
I don't know
started-
what I don't know what that is.
Okay,
I don't-
all right.
Maybe because I got a piece of arm candy.
Oh.
I made out. I made out. I made out. I made out. So, but so yeah, but those are some things, and they're not able to handle. Or they never find a person, or they find somebody and they're miserable because the external doesn't always remain.
Absolutely.
The same.
Absolutely. And it can become a trap. Comparison is a trap because, and it's not the fact that of what we see, it's what when we're looking at these things in an unhealthy way, right? And we're looking at, all of the different things that come on our social media feeds and the highlight reels of the day and all of that, the restaurant food, and we say, oh, I want to go to that restaurant, or I want my baby to be just as cute as that, I like that outfit, and we begin to glorify, and it becomes a trap. But again, this is like something that we all should take into consideration when we are overlooking what we do have. And like you say, some tall women that may be taller than their dude, their guy, that may be where it may be that you find your person, right? That may be taller than you, or not the ideal, like what Eric said. So keep that in mind. You don't want to skip over.
That's right.
You don't want to
Single
skip
people.
over that.
Yes, that's what my single people.
Yeah, not the
Not
married.
my married people, right?
Right.
So my married people, you chose someone beautiful. To you, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
Yeah.
You chose it for whatever reason you chose it for. It's not only in the person, it could be the things that are happening, because in your life. Maybe your friends are buying new homes. Maybe your friends are buying new cars or clothes or this, or taking trips or doing this or doing that, and you guys may not.
Yeah.
Maybe your finances is not where you fell in love with a man and he doesn't make the kind of money that you make as a lady,
It's real.
or as a family y'all chose a particular route, and maybe the wife is in school and things aren't coming as fast as you would like for them to come.
Yeah.
And all your peers are doing different things. They're sending their kids here, and their kids are in this particular thing, in Jack and
Talk
Jill,
about it, yeah.
and Future Leaders of America, and all of these different
Top
things. But you
teams
top
and
teams.
all of
You
that.
can't put your kids in those things. Maybe those are some some factors or comparisons that you may have,
Yeah.
or whatnot. So I wanted to address those married couples too. So we've had some wonderful answers regarding comparison. Let me see. Marcella just said comparison also is about having the thought someone is happier than you
Okay.
because they have more. Okay, that's exactly what we just said. In essence,
Yes.
that is absolutely, we're on the same page.
Love it, love it, love it.
So the next question,
Okay, what's the next question?
why do we compare ourselves to others? Why do we do that?
Why?
Now we know what comparison is.
Yeah.
Why are we functioning that? Hit me in the chat. Instagram, YouTube,
Why do
and
we
Facebook.
compare?
Why do we compare?
Because we know we've all confessed, and I think we've realized, self-realization here tonight. But why do we do it? What made me want to be pregnant again, right? What made me want to have, a belly?
Mental health is.
You say it's a mental health issue?
Yeah, okay. Addiction
Oh.
to gestation, is that an addiction? Gestation?
See.
Gestation
No,
addiction?
no.
Maybe? I don't know. I'm just trying to figure it out. All right.
Oops. Vol said, I
I
really
really
don't
don't
know.
know.
Thank you for being honest.
Being honest.
Yes, thank you for that. Really don't know.
All right,
But
mighty
we're gonna
man
talk
Matt
about it.
Brooks. What's up, brother?
Hey, Matt.
Shalom, shalom.
Yes.
Because we are looking for what we feel we are missing.
That's good.
Isn't that interesting? We got somebody in.
I was wondering if I could put my 2 cents
Yes,
in.
you can put your 2 cents in. But
Yes. So I could agree with, I think what who just said their piece. Seeing, we don't desire what we don't see. You don't desire to breathe air until you don't have it. Things like that.
Ah.
You can't see air, but you know it's there. But
You
it's
miss
like,
it when you start choking,
yeah,
right?
you miss it when you start choking. But it's like, if you can't see
Yeah.
something, if you don't see anything, people, who are from the city probably don't miss nature. People who are, have certain things probably aren't missing something that they don't have.
Yeah,
Nobody
yeah.
really desired to go visit an island if they hadn't seen it or known it was there.
Right.
know?
Right. Good point. I mean, it's hard to, of course, miss something that you've never experienced, right? You've never seen. But that, I think y'all are on it, because that is the problem. It's what we have seen, right? It's when we start looking and around at others, and it is just what Matt said too. You're missing something, right? So what is it that we can identify that we're missing? We have to look deeper within ourselves, and I think some of it is could be like confidence, right?
Mhm.
Our low self-esteem, and listen, if we all are honest, we all have experienced that, and there are certain days that you just feel like I'm just not feeling it today, and you start looking at what is happening in someone else's life, right?
Right.
You do it at work when somebody else bring a lunch, and you like, oh wow, it's things that we always find ourselves kind of doing, and that's something that we got to be able to recognize within ourselves. We got another comment from
Yes.
Instagram.
Kiambre again says, sometimes your upbringing plays a part. You are taught better and best. You can carry this into adulthood.
Yes.
Coming through.
Yes, absolutely.
That's right.
So our family of origin, right? So if we grew up, whatever we saw becomes our normal. We think that that's the way it's supposed to be. And then, when we see something different, that makes us kind of look to something else or look to someone else, and we miss what we do have. You remember
Right.
as a kid, I remember having my own bike, but when I saw that my neighbor had a 10-speed, and I still had my little Huffy,
24-inch Huffy.
24-inch Huffy,
They
it was a
shifted
problem.
gears.
They shifted gears.
Yeah. And so we got a comment that speaks to what you just said. Comparison creates despair from Angel.
Ooh.
Yes, and we got one more Instagram.
Yes,
Yes.
Eduardo says we compare because we are always looking for others' approval.
Oh, You speaking on that?
I love
Eduardo?
that. Oh, and that's a huge problem.
Yes.
I think that's one of the things that, again, where we have to look within,
That's right.
but we want.
Self-reflection.
Yeah,
We
it's
just
all
talked about atonement
self-reflection.
last week.
Yeah,
Yes.
we did.
So look, here's a couple of things. Let's see. Oh, we still getting some more.
Yes.
That's why COVID-19 called the new normal. Okay.
Okay.
And then, what's up, Reginald? Reginald says,
Reginald, yes.
confidence does play a major role. We watch other people strive and we are afraid to step out of the box. That's true. Because you know what? Actually, having somebody inspire you, there's a difference between inspiring to do something, but allowing somebody to inspire you than comparing yourself
Yeah, yeah.
to someone.
Yeah.
Okay. So a couple of things that I'm gonna just name a few things, and we'll talk about some more of these things in workshops that we got coming up before the end of the year. Okay. We covered societal pressure and culture. For instance, our single people. If you're in your 20s, everybody's waiting to see what you're doing, what's your next big move,
Right.
How you getting that cheddar and all of these different things. And
Are you getting married soon? Because your
Yes.
cousin just got married.
your cousin them just,
So when
you saw they
get
win.
married. Right.
You
right.
saw how nice they win. What you gonna do? How you gonna top that?
Right. Right.
More comparison.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So Elaine mentioned low confidence, and we talked about social media, family pressure. Wow.
That's
Even in families.
Absolutely, it is. I mean, because again, we look at why are you not like your brother,
Right.
right? Why are you not like so and so?
Or you're cutting them.
You're cutting them. Okay, there we go. And family can be, some of the places, and I think it was mentioned already, the family of origin, right? Where we really find so much pressure to be, to have, to do. And it becomes a never-ending issue for us when that happens. But yes, family pressure. I think also of course we know social media, but again, it's something about human nature, right? Human nature, really, as we continue to live, we know that it's human nature to look at the negative before we look at the positive.
You don't remember what you don't celebrate.
Absolutely. And so we have to be careful of that and watch that, because human nature will get a hold to us in our understanding, and where we're looking at everything from that glass that's half full, or half empty rather, instead of half full, because that's just human nature. And I think also a lack of gratitude is another one.
And that's a spiral down to the bottom. We're not grateful for
We're
what
not
you have.
grateful, yeah.
I
For
will even
who
say
you
this.
have.
Yeah, who you have. I want to step on this here real quick as far as stewardship. Stewarding what you have in your hand.
Yes.
When we were in that shack, in that 720 square foot house, Elaine made sure that it was clean. Okay, it don't matter dust, even though 5 minutes later it's gonna need dusting again. Just get in the habit and get prepared and ready
Yeah.
for greater.
Something greater. Yeah.
But take care and enjoy what you have. I would be outside in the yard, cutting my yard. My house was, looking a mess, falling down, gangster lean garage. But my yard was tight.
Yeah.
My yard was gonna be right.
Every Saturday.
Don't say nothing, Camber. My yard was gonna be straight.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Every weekend, my yard was right.
Oh, Matt says also we want to live the lies we see on TV. Yes, the lies that we see on TV and social media. Yes, yes. I love it. Societal pressure, Angel Johnson said.
We want to be accepted. Yeah.
Yeah. We use the normal things in life. Okay.
Oh, Ms. Jess says being content with where we are is vital.
It is.
According to my my walk and my belief system, the Father's timing is far greater than any timing that I can even imagine.
You better talk. Yes, it is.
So resting, entering into his rest, being where he needs you to be when he needs you to be there.
Yeah.
And so that's my little 2 cents in it. So let's get into some more meat.
Yes.
The next question.
We got another question, y'all. How does comparison impact your relationship? Let us know how it affects you. And be transparent like I was. Don't leave me hanging, y'all. Don't let me be the only one on here. No, but really, how does comparison impact your relationship? Looking at, why isn't my spouse doing what their spouse is doing, right? Why aren't my children, behaving like their children, or whatever it is? How have you done that? We want some good responses, because you're helping us as well.
Yeah, we brought it on in back to you.
Yes.
This is what it's about.
Yeah.
Not just hindsight is 2020, but peeping over in somebody else's life is always 2022.
Mm-hmm.
So how does it comparison impact where are some areas that you compare your partner or your particular financial situation, or your particular job situation?
Yeah.
How do you? Where is it? Do you have some of those things in there going on?
Okay. Courtney says sometimes it's people who make you feel you're not enough. There's that NGE. I call it NGE, which is not good enough, right?
Mm-hmm.
And keep in mind, there are 3 things if we look at it from the spiritual standpoint, the opposer of who you are and your assignment is always going to come at you with 3 different things: not good enough, feeling like you're helpless, or feeling like you're hopeless. So keep that in mind. But yes, these are some of the things that, of course, not being good enough, not feeling good enough is something that plagues all of us. But like she said, family member, it's people who make that. And you got to consider that too. You got to consider that, where it's coming from, that source. Kay Spears says to have structure in life. Okay. Angel says comparison impacts my relationship by longing for a friend squad.
Yes.
Talk about that.
Yes, that's a whole nother.
Yeah, that's huge.
That's a Go ahead.
Does it stop at just being, because we know we have younger audiences? Hey, millennials, right?
Yes.
Whoop whoop. But does that ever stop? Does peer pressure stop at a certain age?
No, it doesn't stop.
Do we still long to have friends and people in our squad? It's a continual thing, but that's totally transparent. Thank you, Angela. We've got Matt says the 80-20. You don't see what they aren't doing. Talk about that.
Yeah. And I'm sure the person that is someone that you're admiring is admiring someone else. I love that video.
Good.
Yes, I love that video of the guy that is in a wheelchair looking out a window, wishing he could. He's watching a guy walking a dog on the sidewalk, and he's like, "Man, I wish I could walk and just walk a dog." And the guy that's walking the dog is looking at the guy that's driving the sports car, saying, "Man, that's a nice sports car. I wish I could have a sports car like that." All the while, the guy in the sports car just drove by looking at the guy sitting in the wheelchair in the house, nice house, saying, "Man, I wish I had a house like that."
Wow, that's huge.
So it's a circle. So we
Yeah.
got some comments on Instagram.
Camille says, comparison has me setting expectations and standards for people. You can hurt yourself and others by doing that.
That's right.
Oh, that's good. That's real good. I mean, there's so many points that we can even take from that. But yes, I mean that's huge, Camille. And if we're looking at what people, that means others, right? What are others saying about us? What are others thinking about us? And that's all a part of human nature, but it's also it becomes a problem because again, if we're not able to look at ourselves, because at some point we have to look at ourselves and say, okay, now, what am I doing? Am I even comparing my own self? Maybe it's not everybody else. Maybe it's me comparing myself. And just the example that you gave, we're still looking at somebody else.
That's
Hey,
right.
Roshonda, the Parkers.
Hey.
Yes. And it's never ending. And I really think that it can be relationship destroyers, right?
Yeah.
It can
That's-
kill our healthy relationships, right?
Yep.
And so that's why, we're going over this because we're all being open and honest, with this epidemic
Mm-hmm.
that we are all plagued with, which it will come in and will creep in, and before we know it, we are finding ourselves looking, at somebody else's, looking at somebody else's ride,
Mm-hmm.
looking at somebody else's shoes, I don't know, it used to be, everybody was talking about, remember when they came out with the MK purses
Mm-hmm.
and everything, and I was like, I was clueless, because I'm just, I learned to look at myself early on, and I thought the MK purses was Mary Kay. I said, oh, Mary Kay is doing it big now, right?
Mary Kay coming up.
Mary Kay done came up, right? Everybody want a Mary Kay purse. But that was me early on learning to do what we're doing tonight, which is self-reflect. And am I comparing? And when I got out of the game of comparing, then I lost some of the touch with the things that everybody was wearing and everybody was putting on their shoulder and finding identity in, right? So that's key. And Angel says comparison impacts me by the people asking, why is she still single? She said, but I'm not ready for that yet. But it's a lot of pressure. Thank you. Yes, it's a lot of pressure for the singles, right? Because again, as soon as you graduate high school, what are people saying? Where you what?
Where you going to college?
Where you going to
What
college?
school you going to?
What school, right? Then after you graduate college, what are people asking next?
What job you gonna get?
Okay, there you go. What
What job?
job, right?
Where you working at?
Yes. Then they're asking when you gonna get married. Then when you gonna have children. Then now you're having too many children. Slow it down, right? It's a cycle, and we'll find ourselves again. That's the people thing.
People pleasing.
People pleasing. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So that's even a marriage killer on the level of single people, because you have these expectations of marriage. It was a surprise to me to see folks, even folks who are close to me, who they lived together before they got married for years.
Yeah.
They actually built something together. And as soon as they got married, well, shortly after they got married, they were divorced.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand why was that the deal? Expectations of what marriage is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Expectations, preconceived notions of how marriage should be.
That's good. Yeah.
Preconceived notions. One of the things that I see now with singles, and especially single professionals, they say it's a lot of stuff that I want to do. It's a lot of things that I want to do, and I want to do this. This is so I want to build. That's mine.
And there's nothing wrong with
Nothing
that
wrong
necessarily.
with building. Nothing wrong necessarily with that. But am I developing a me mentality? Am I fostering a mind mentality?
Yeah.
And setting myself up to not be an us,
Yeah.
having
That's
an
good.
us mentality, right? Now there's balance that needs to be even in the us,
Yeah.
because you're still two interdependent people. And one of the things that is interesting is how in our culture, codependent relationships is what is highlighted in the movies and in certain
That's-
things.
yeah.
It's codependent and not interdependent
Yeah.
relationships that makes the difference.
Yeah. That's
So,
a good observation.
So it brings about. I asked a close friend about his particular situation, and was like, okay, so what are you and your lady gonna build? When you discover who your spouse is, what are y'all gonna build?
Yeah.
Because you look like you done built everything. You built everything.
That's good. That's good.
All right.
We've got some more comments. Let's see. Vol says yes. Oh, she says OG. Miss Jess talks. She said that part at what K.
Okay.
Spears said. We've got Matt said expectations need to be talked about in the beginning. Yes. In the beginning.
Shameless plug. Single people, go ahead and go to ericandelaine.com/booking and
Yes.
get it in, and we'll assist you. We're getting the groundwork laid for
Yeah.
getting prepared
That
for
foundation.
your Ruth or for your Boaz, as some say.
Yeah.
Right?
That's good.
Yes.
And, something that I, haven't seen yet, and it may have been mentioned, but jealousy, y'all. What about jealousy?
Jealousy setting
Instagram?
in.
What about jealousy? Come on, Facebook, what about jealousy, right? Sometimes we just have that little green monster, as they used to call it, right? Which is jealousy. Do we actually feel that sometimes where, because it's an emotion, right? And it's an emotion that's created in us, just like, the creator, right? We're designed, right? We're in his image. And so jealousy is something that is a healthy emotion, but it's when it is unhealthy. That's the problem. And so are we having certain areas where we are finding ourselves dealing with jealousy of someone else? Do we just want what they have, right? Because at this point in my life, I should be here. At this point in my life, we should, right? And so I'm jealous because, I just recently met a beautiful young woman, and she had, suffered a loss of her own son. And, but she says her sister, is having, the babies and with her husband. And she, was standing there, and their relationship is beautiful, but she had to tell, her sister, and they walked her through this struggle. But she said, I actually feel jealous sometimes because she sees her sister still having, a family, and she lost hers. That is something that is it's something that you can't avoid.
Yes. Now listen, don't throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Yeah.
Okay. Be honest about how you're feeling and work your way through it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, you make you feel like, oh man, I should be ashamed of myself. No. If you're feeling it, feel it through.
Absolutely.
Don't harbor it. I guess harboring it would be, the same as stuffing, or acting, ignoring it as if it's not there. Because what is going to happen is it's going to grow.
Yeah.
Whether you hold on to it and let it fester, or whether you tuck it away and try to make it as if it's not there.
It will make itself known.
It's going to show
It
up.
will reveal itself.
It's gonna
Absolutely
show up.
will. We've got some more comments where, yes, some people are agreeing. Jealousy, saying yes, right? Matt says jealousy is definitely, it's definitely felt. And he says, do you really trust? Do you truly trust?
Yes.
Okay, Matt. Yeah, that's a whole nother, that's another session right there.
Right?
That whole trust thing.
And then my man here, Reginald. What's up, Reginald? You keep negative energy out of your relationship, hands down.
Yeah.
Be intentional.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That's so good.
So-
Be intentional. And we'll just, I have to quickly say this, Proverbs 14:30 says, a tranquil heart gives life to the flesh, but envy makes the bones rot, y'all. So that jealousy issue,
Just go get a little sip
that
of that
jealousy
old
issue,
water.
I need some more.
Sip of that water, baby.
But jealousy it's a huge issue, and we see it reflected in scripture, right? That tells
Yes.
us how it will affect the body.
Yes.
It will affect us physically. And we all, I think we've been
So
victims of that.
let me give you this a little bit. There is the Testament of Gad, and this is you can find it online. The Testament of Gad talks about his hatred toward his brother Joseph, and you begin to see he began to confess the fact that he had liver problems
Yeah.
because of his hatred toward Joseph. You know,
That
it's
jealousy.
that jealousy,
Yeah.
and so on and so forth. So, yes, it is rottenness to the bone. So, anyway, let's see. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Trust the timing of your life, and where Yah, or for some who call him God, has you, hands
Yeah,
down. Yes,
that's
don't
good.
harbor jealousy. Ask yourself, why are you jealous? That's a good question there.
These are all questions, right, that we're asking because we want to spark, that area within us that we can actually look within. And so that we can recognize and be self-aware, like Eric mentioned earlier.
Yes.
This is something that's going to help us all to improve ourselves first.
Yes.
Because healthy relationships come when we have a healthy self. So we cannot heal thy relationships if we don't heal thyself. I love it. Y'all are awesome.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So we coming up on our time. Listen, if you are on Facebook, like this video and share it to 5 people that you know could benefit from this content.
Yes.
Okay? Yes. Instagram. Tag your
Yes.
friends. Hashtag, what is it? Hashtag your
You can
friends.
tag.
Oh, you can
just
tag.
You was right
It's
the
just
first
tag. I
time.
was right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So tag your friends. Share it with people that you believe, and if you like this type of content, go ahead and on YouTube subscribe to the channel.
Yes.
Right. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below regarding your experiences with comparison and advice to others, because we might meet and see people that you may never, but you're able to touch those people by adding your wisdom to that and everything. And on Facebook, share this with 5 people. Did I say that already?
You did.
Okay.
You did.
Well, do it again.
But do it again. Do it again, right?
Keep on doing it, right?
Yes.
Because we're expanding our reach, you guys, and we got a podcast that's coming out with to go a little deeper, go a little further,
Yes.
another further,
Another further.
go another
A
further.
little more further. A little more
Yes, a
further.
little more further,
Yes.
and everything. Also, if you hadn't got your Black Love Matters t-shirts, go ahead and get your Black Love Matters t-shirt. If you like to support couples who may not be able to afford services and everything, go to that $ Eric Elaine and put a gift, pay it forward
Yes.
to a couple who may need some assistance. This is Domestic Violence Month, y'all. This is Domestic Violence Month. If you want to even gift a session to someone, you can do that.
Yes, absolutely.
Just go to ericanelane.com, bookings, and talk to the person first. You know, make sure they want it. All right.
Yes.
If they ain't wanting it, so be it.
Yeah.
But we appreciate the love. We have some more exciting things coming up. Exciting things for
Some more
singles.
good-goods.
Some more good.
For singles.
Yes, for single people. We're bringing the
We're
tribe
not
on.
forgetting about our singles.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, what I call them the posse. We're bringing the posse.
The posse.
Or what I call the committee. I call them the committee too. We're gonna bring the committee on,
Yes.
and for next week, and we're gonna be talking about some real, family things and impacts on family as far as relationships are concerned, and everything. I got all these daughters out here, and I got an arsenal. So whoever talking about trying to get with my daughters,
All right.
I can't say that because they're gonna
Alright.
block me.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't get us blocked. We're trying
He's
to help the
talking
people.
about
We're trying to
weapons.
help the peoples, right? Right. Don't do it. But listen, before we
Is that a
close
threat?
out, of course, we want to encourage you, right? How should we handle this whole dilemma, this epidemic of comparison? And one of the things that, we'd like to leave you with is simply what we kind of left off at the last part. Have gratitude, right? Be grateful for what you have. Be grateful for who you have, right? And even if you have to write down a list of 5 things that you are grateful for. That's your homework. See, this is a homeschool educator coming out, right? But write down 5 things that you are grateful for, starting with what's in your house, not outside. What's in your house.
How's about starting relationally?
Yeah.
Because things can be taken away.
And that's what I mean. Like, start within, right?
Yes.
And
Okay,
not
so
without. The
relationships.
people, the people that are
the people.
in your house.
Okay.
Because so many times we look outside of our own family, right? We look outside to others, but we want to recognize there are people within our 4 walls that we've got to pay attention to.
I'm sorry, Max said he will pop your
See, y'all,
I agree.
I got to keep y'all two separate. It's got to keep y'all two separated. But yes.
Yes. So again, if you have questions, things you like, topics you'd like for us to cover, hit us up in the chat or whatnot. Be sure that you go to the Facebook, to the YouTube page,
Yes.
like, share, and subscribe.
Absolutely. Help somebody else.
Yes, help somebody else. And again, if you want to support Eric and Elaine and all our endeavors, $ Eric Elaine.
Yes.
All
And
right.
so we will be back.
That's the Cash App. I'm sorry, I ain't even said the Cash App.
Are
But
you
it's
gonna get the
streaming.
Cash
It's
App
streaming down there. It's streaming.
Yes. But we look forward to more conversations, right? If you're looking for more conversations like this, do me a favor and go on, we're going to deal with that 5. 5 in the chat. 5. Just give me 5. High 5 me, right?
Give me 5.
If you want more content and you think that this is helpful, let us know, because we love what we do, but we want to make sure that we are helping those that we know and love. And so this is why we take the time out, because this is important, y'all. Our relationships are under stress. We know this, right? Time and time again, we've heard over this last year and a half, all of the stresses, and you've seen it and you've likely been impacted. But this is how we've got to build up one another and be able to actually impact our world by sharing the goods, sharing the positives and not the negatives.
Hands down.
Hands what? Hands down.
Yes. All right. It's your country boy
And your city girl.
signing off.
Yes.
Go and heal thy relationship.
Relationships.
Peace and
Yes.
blessings.
Peace and blessings. Instagram.
Peace and blessings.
Facebook. YouTube.
All y'all.
All y'all.